Welcome back, everybody. This week we're going to discuss the 3 fundamental psychological principles behind productivity. And these principles are so fundamental that this will be the last video on productivity you'll ever need to watch. It's ironic, isn't it? How much time we waste on YouTube watching videos on productivity. I know I'm not the first one to point this out, but you're in luck. This will be the last video on productivity you'll ever need to watch because we're going to talk about the 3 fundamental psychological principles behind productivity. These are the only principles you'll ever need to know on productivity. To quote Bruce Lee, I don't fear the man who practices 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who practices 1 kick 1,000 times. Well, I guess in this instance it's 3 kicks, but still, that's not that many. So practice these 3 fundamental principles of productivity. Fundamental principles of productivity. And if you ever get stuck, if you ever find yourself not being productive, it's all right, no big deal. Just go back to one of these 3 principles, tweak it, work on it, and you'll naturally find yourself becoming more productive. The first principle of productivity is look at what you're interested in and focus on that. Not develop an interest. Look at what you're already interested in. What books do you read? What do you enjoy talking about? What really, gets you energized? What websites do you go to? What forums do you go to? You're already interested in something. Take what you're interested in and work on that. Now people will say, well, just because you're interested in doesn't mean you're good at it. No, I think being interested in it implies that you're good at it. You're not going to be interested in anything you're not good at. So once you have something that you're interested in, and by implication you're good at, or you at least have some aptitude for, then do 3 things with it, and that is always, every day, read something about it, talk with somebody else about it, go out and meet other people. Meet other people who are interested in the same thing, and always work on engaging other people, teaching, showing, talking about the importance of this thing that you're interested in. People criticize college a lot, like it's a huge waste of time and money. Maybe it is to some degree, but I think it's always going to be really important because what's in college? A bunch of other people, whole classroom, sometimes a whole dormitory of people interested in exactly what you're interested in. That is a huge value. So find what you're interested in and do those 3 things with it. The second thing you do to be more productive is to manage your anxiety. I know people talk about, hey, I got to focus. You have to have more discipline. That is a high order concept. You can't have more discipline. You can't focus by choosing to have more focus. It doesn't work that way. What you do is you manage your anxiety. You manage unconscious anxiety, that which, when you find yourself doing something that you don't want to do, that is unconscious anxiety. And so the more you manage that, the more discipline, the more focus you're naturally going to have. So you think something's wrong with you because you get distracted by something on internet or YouTube. That's how old I am. You get distracted by something on the YouTube and you think, oh, something's wrong with me because I'm distracted. No, you just have anxiety and you're trying to avoid the anxiety. Learn how your anxiety works. We have videos just explaining how your anxiety works on this YouTube channel. Learn how it works, manage it in a pro-social way. It's threats coming into your life. You just have to manage those threats. You have to confront those threats for what they are and manage them in a pro-social way, not only in a way that benefits you, but other people, and you will naturally find yourself with more discipline, with more focus there. Now you don't have to watch any more Jocko Willink videos. And the third psychological principle behind productivity, well, now that you manage anxiety, now that you manage the bad kind of anxiety that you're avoiding, now it's time to create anxiety, to give yourself a challenge, so big that you'll find yourself perhaps biting your nails thinking, man, there's a chance I may not be able to do this. And I stumbled across this principle in college, freshman year, like most college freshmen, procrastinating, not getting a lot of work done, putting things off. But then finals week happened, and it was 9 days of me cramming a lot of work into not a lot of time. And I thought, well, I'm totally screwed because there's no way. I spent all that time procrastinating. There's no way I'm going to be able to get all this work done. But I found out that not only did I get all the work done, but I did a much better job than I would have done probably if instead of 9 days, I had 30 days or 40 days. I rose to it. I gave myself such a big challenge. I didn't know whether I was going to do it, and I actually rose to the challenge. It actually made me more productive. It made me more engaged. This is a psychological principle. You want anxiety around what you're doing. Not too much, but probably more than you think. So what I do in my life is I just look at my day and I think, what's the most amount of work I could do in this day? And then I'll double it. I'll double the amount of work. I may even triple the amount of work. In fact, I found that I can't add too much work to my day. It doesn't mean I'll do it all, but it just gets me ramped up. It gets me emotionally engaged. And that's what we're doing here. By looking at what you're interested in, managing your anxiety and giving yourself healthier anxiety, what you're doing is you're making yourself emotionally engaged in the work. That's how you make yourself more productive. I mean, we know that our decisions come from, we can't have decisions in effect without emotions. So we make ourselves emotional by increasing our desire, i.e. our anger, by giving ourselves something that we're interested in, that we actually care about, and then making ourselves doubt whether we can get it done by giving ourselves all this work to do, and actually make ourselves more engaged in what we're doing. And this is how you be productive. And if you ever find yourself not being productive, go back to one of those 3 principles, tweak it. Maybe go talk to more people. Maybe you got to work on managing anxiety. Maybe there's conversations in your life that you're avoiding. So go back, manage anxiety. You find yourself becoming more disciplined, and maybe you're just not giving yourself enough to do. You got to be. It needs to be a challenge. Otherwise, you're not going to care. I also see this phenomenon, now that I think of it, in the gym. I mean, I think the myth about guys in the gym is they use too much weight. But that's not true at all. If you actually go to the gym, 95% of guys clearly are not using enough weight. And I think this makes people not care about working out because they don't really see it as a challenge. Chances are you have to give yourself more weight. Chances are, if you're not as productive as you want to be, it seems paradoxical, but give yourself more work and you'll be more productive. But that's it. Those are my 2 cents on productivity. I mean, gotta be honest, I'm not going to sit here and say I know a lot about productivity and I'm the most productive person. I'm not. I'm incredibly lazy sometimes. It's staggering. But I do know a lot about psychology. And based on what psychology is, those are the 3 principles that you need to put in your life, need to incorporate in your life to be more productive. And if nothing else, at least now you don't have to waste any more time on YouTube watching productivity videos.